right, so we're back in the booth here real quick before we get you back down courtside. Just saw Michigan State with a victory over Central Michigan 9-0. Central Michigan coming back into the league. There's some talent there. Michigan State was as good as advertised. Talked a little bit about that game. Let's jump into our next game, Battle of the Valleys, Grand Valley, Saginaw Valley. Kevin, what are you looking for?
I'm excited to see how Saginaw has improved since last year when I saw them last. I know that this was a team that was so young last year, and they came on strong at the end of the year. They nearly beat Ohio State at Nationals, if you remember, in bracket in a crazy game.
The game was electric.
Yeah, so Saginaw Valley, I'm excited to see where they're at and how much they've improved since last year. And then on Grand Valley side, I want to see what this team's looking like and if they actually have a shot to beat Michigan State. We just saw Michigan State live. They were so impressive. I want to see if Grand Valley has the depth and also the top-end throwing talent to be able to hang with a team as talented as Michigan State.
Absolutely. I think this is a good measuring stick game for both of these teams right now, and a win for either one of these teams would go a long way to boosting their confidence as we get deeper into this tournament and deeper into the season.
Let's talk about our X factors for each of these squads heading into this match.
Yeah, I would say, for Grand Valley, I'm looking at the freshman Mason Smith. I had a pleasure of seeing him at practice, and just from it's night and day from last semester to this semester. He could find himself on an overtime roster if they find themselves there today. He's a name that you probably haven't seen called a lot yet this season, but I got a feeling you will the rest of the way.
Yep, once again, and that's number 21, correct?
Correct. You'll see him blonde hair, number 21. For Saginaw Valley, I'm actually going to go with Chris Rucker. I've called his name quite a few times at prior Michigan Dodgeball Cups before.
Right.
He's a great catcher. I think he kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Everybody knows Joe Barber, Cole Michela, guys like that, guys that are going to be challenging for All-American spots. And, but Chris Rucker's right there in my opinion. And if he gets hot, if all of a sudden they throw a couple balls at him and he starts making catches, watch out.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree with that. I'll start with Saginaw. For me, I mean, it's an easy take to say Cole Michela, but that is one of the players that if he's doing well, it's huge for Saginaw. If he's in the outline, they're in trouble. Mm-hmm. But outside of him, I would actually say number 19, Owen Folsom. Look for him to have a big game and sort of have a breakout day today. I'm expecting him to be one of the guys that really steps up, and then obviously Bryce Stevens, another guy that if he's catching, if he's not in outline, he's another one of those guys that really helps dictate the pace of the game for Saginaw's team. So those are the guys that I think are the X factors. And then on Grand Valley's side, not just this game, but all day today, I'm looking at Aiden Jacobs as an X factor. I think that he's another one of those guys that at Grand Valley we always would talk about it, the sophomore leap. Mm-hmm. Your freshman year, you're good, you're talented, you're one of those standout freshmen, and that's special. That's great. But going into your sophomore year and then making that sophomore leap and turning into an actual star, I think that he's on the verge of becoming a star for Grand Valley. He's just got to play smart. He's got to play within himself. But I think that he's one of the guys that, especially for their offensive game, if Grand Valley's going to be able to win the Michigan Dodgeball Cup and beat a team like Michigan State, it's going to be guys like Aiden Jacobs or Ryan Paddock as well.
Yeah.
X factors.
I was going to say, I think Aiden Jacobs maybe got lost a little bit in that talented freshman class behind Paddock and then Matt Budai from last year. So can he take that leap and that'll go a long way towards helping Grand Valley, and they really need to build up that depth if they want to compete with Michigan State.
And I think those three names that you just mentioned, those three for Grand Valley, I think if they're going to, both today and then going on the rest of the season, those guys need to step up. And then you're also going to need to see some of the younger guys really come into their own and not be a liability out there, but be an asset. So we'll see how this goes.
Yes, we are excited for this one. Like I said, you've been part of a few instant classics on this court at Michigan State.
That I have.
Even a couple upsets. I mean, Saginaw Valley pulled maybe not monumental upset, but I mean, in 2014, that was easily one of the most talented Grand Valley teams ever.
That's correct.
Saginaw said, we don't care. One game at a time. Took it to you guys. You got revenge, but we'll see what happens here today.
Right.
We are underway. Dylan. Dylan. Dylan.
And a quick kill.
I was going to yell something in.
All right, here we go.
All right, so Tyler Peach with a...
I actually do expect this to be a test for Grand Valley. It's not like they've been a dominant team like they used to in years past. They've struggled with some teams. They've lost to Penn State. They lost to JMU. They lost to Cincinnati.
Yep.
All this season. And then obviously Michigan State, they've lost to multiple times by large margins. So this is not your normal Grand Valley team, one could argue. But at the same time, this is a team that could blossom as the year goes on.
Good block by Rucker. Called his name earlier. Two nice blocks there on the straight throw and then the cross throw from Tyler Peach there. So,
and you've got a handful of guys that are in that All-American type discussion in this game. Tyler Peach is one of those guys. Keep an eye on him. Such a tough out as he dodges one there. Ben Smart, obviously, he's been a household name in the league for years. And then Cole Michela, he's just a sophomore, but he's the best player on their team. He was an assistant captain as a freshman, which is just unheard of.
Chris Rucker hanging in tough, taking the best shots he can, like from Ben Smart here.
I'll do it.
So far, a lot of throws, not a lot of connections here. Both teams very slow start in the first minute and a half or so of this game. We're going to get a little bonus dodgeball out of this one. The game clock started a little late. Game clock started a little late. There was about 20, 30 seconds, gone by before we got the game clock going. So Cole Michela going to take 2 balls so he can protect himself. Preston Cartwright makes a long throw. Cole Michela's throw didn't get there. Very long throw by Owen Israels, and then a cross by Tyler Peach. Grand Valley calling out the plays now. Team throw missed his Preston Cartwright. 2 cross throws then from Grand Valley missed Joe Barber after his counter. So Bryce Stevens and Godwin here in the outline for Saginaw. Nobody in the outline yet for Grand Valley. Right, so Grand Valley is going to maintain ball control here. Oh, Aiden Jacobs lets one go through. I think he got caught between a block and a catch there, and it just squeaked through, and he'll be the first elimination on the Grand Valley side. Ben Smart catches him right back in, though. Darnell Hurst-Rimson with a long cross throw, misses the mark. All right, Saginaw Valley now with 4 balls. They'll charge left to right. Cartwright with a throw. Tyler Peach blocks. Wait for nice job by Cole Michela to hang tough. Grand Valley had numbers and ball control there, and he was still able to get the ball back to his teammate there. Michela throw low. 2 throws in the middle, both missed Saginaw Valley players. So each team having trouble connecting early here right now. Kind of a slow pace to the game. 3.5 gone by. Alec Gonzalez throw, better block by Michela. Those of you just joining us, thank you. We are in our second slate of matches here. We are in our featured court, Battle of the Valleys right now. Cole Michela thought he had a kill at the top of your screen. Good block by Folsom there. 0-0.
Hanging in there, actually.
Yeah, not a lot of kills early here. Both teams kind of posturing. Still a feeling out period. Cole Michela gets hit on the long throw there by Tyler Peach. Kind of, I don't know, he just got a little crossed up there. Gutierrez with a nice throw. Ben Smart just screaming emphatically all the way back. His court awareness is second to none there, and he's the vocal leader for the Lakers there, so he knows always where the team's clocks are at, whose throw is going to be next.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important for Grand Valley, even in this game that they're favored in. It's important that they play their pace and their strategy, because that's going to matter when you play Michigan State. They need to drill that home with all the younger guys.
Wow, what a catch.
That's a catch, they call it. I think that had to hit ground at some point.
Oh, Ben Smart. I don't know. He must have thought that it hit the legs and then also like popped up before he secured it. Hard to tell from our vantage point, but that's a big get for Saginaw.
Yeah, that's huge. But he's the only guy in the outline, it looks like.
Yep, where Saginaw Valley's got 4 in the outline right now, including Michaela and Barber, who would be part of their OT6, so that's big.
Right.
And a catch brings Ben Smart right back in. That was Tyler Peach catching Cartwright there, one of the captains for Saginaw Valley.
Aaron Pope seems to have the ball a lot, but isn't one of their main throwers. It looks like he's just one of those guys that's good in transition and probably a good blocker. As Peach throws a catch, what a catch.
What did we say? I said Rucker, if he starts getting going, that one almost scored it out, but Rucker was able to pull that in.
Yeah, it looks like Rucker is a senior. I've seen him for several years. He was a standout last MDC as well.
We've definitely called his name at prior MDCs, I'll tell you that. So like you said, here's Aaron Pope and Mason Smith. So Pope and Smith here. Bodai's going to cover for them. Team throw's going to come from the other side and takes out Captain Bryce Stevens.
Yep, good throw there by Owen Israels. He's a guy that he joined during the COVID year. So this is technically his third year, but it's only his second season as a member of the team.
Yep, he's one of their assistant captains, so he's definitely grown into a leadership role. Aaron Pope and Mason Smith.
Good throw there by two younger
You know what?
guys.
If you're going to throw at Rucker, that's the best way to do it. Team throw. So.
And Aaron Pope's actually a senior, but I believe this is his second season on the team.
I'll have to confirm that, yeah, but he's a standout at practice. He's always there. He's very dedicated. He's worked hard.
Wow, nice kill.
Darnell Hurst-Rimpson with a kill there. Aiden Jacobs, your X Factor, draws a throw, returns fire, nobody home.
Yeah, and Grand Valley's going to need guys like Alec Gonzalez to be aggressive looking for catches today.
Yeah, and a quick note, Saginaw Valley down to 5 players. That'll put them on the 10 clock. As we talked about earlier, if you have 5 players or fewer on the court on your side, the subsequent throw will then put you down on a 10 clock. Both teams will have a 15-second shot clock throughout the game. Nice cross throw by Ben Smart. And Matt Budai with a counter. And Grand Valley starting to take control here. Hurst Rimson with a nice kind of across his body throw there, away from his body, I should say.
One thing to really keep in perspective and there's a catch by Ryan Paddock. One thing to keep in perspective when watching these teams, 30% of these kids just learned how to play dodgeball 5 months ago.
Yep.
That's crazy. And they're all besides a few seniors and graduates, they're all within their first couple of years of playing the sport. So there's a lot of talent out there, but there's not a lot of experience compared to what you would see.
That's going to be a balls over here. Well, that'll be a play stoppage. So a balls over happens, like we talked about those shot clocks. They're normally 15 seconds. If you drop down below 5 players, or 5 or fewer, I should say, it drops down to 10 seconds. If you do not make a throw into the legit throw zone there, it will be balls over. If you cannot get a throw into the legit area prior to the shot clock expiring. So that's what just happened to Saginaw, unfortunately. We'll see what Grand Valley dials up. A couple of team throws and both find the mark. And that'll do it for the first point. Grand Valley took them about 9 minutes there. Grand Valley gets the job done. A lot of posturing in the beginning there. It was a slow start. Both teams, several misses early, kind of feeling each other out. A few catches on both sides. Rucker with a nice catch. Grand Valley eventually just kind of wore them out, seemed like, and eventually just took control. So 1-0 Grand Valley. 8.5 gone by here. First half, Battle of the Valleys. we'll see what adjustments they make here. Grand Valley, they'll probably tell themselves, hey, more of the same, more of the same. Stay patient. Let it come to you. They just kind of took what Saginaw gave them. Saginaw, we'll see if they try to change the pace at all. If they try to change their strategy. You can't panic after one well-contested point, but we'll just see if there's any adjustments.
$16:30 to go here. Grand Valley was favored by 3.5 in this.
We are back underway.
GV winning that run up a little bit. It looks like a 6-4 ball advantage.
Ooh. Tyler Peach, he loves throwing across like that. He plays the right side primarily for Grand Valley. He loves throwing there. Then Smart again.
Good kill by Barber.
Rutgers establishing themselves as one of the premier blockers in the game. It's a skill I think goes a little underrated. Everybody likes to watch great catches and hard throwing, but if you can stay alive and you can draw throw after throw after throw, that helps.
Right.
Saginaw Valley charging left to right.
Saginaw with the ball advantage back quickly.
Saginaw got up to the line quick and still kind of they waited. It took them a while for that play to develop there. Almost had their shot clock expire.
Kyle Krupp is another guy that he looks like he's a blocker mainly, and he did a really good job. I mean, Saginaw's got their couple of top arms.
Yeah, Saginaw, it seems like they've already made an adjustment where they said, let's make Grand Valley play from the back line. Grand Valley is comfortable with that because they can play transition. They'll stay on the back line, run up, get right back. But, they're going to say not a throw. Gonzalez with the throw at the top of your screen, though, bails him out.
Number 2, Gutierrez for Grand Valley making that throw, but not accurate.
Yeah, Gutierrez is a name we haven't called much yet this season. Younger player. He had a ball in his hand a lot early. You can see classy move by some of the Grand Valley players. They are wearing green and white ribbons, as are we in the booth. We're just so happy, proud to be here, proud to be part of this production today. Souvenir City there. Ball gets blocked up into the stands. A classy act by Grand Valley, wearing the ribbons all day today. Owen Israels, that's uncharacteristic of him, kind of spikes one in front of Michaela there. Owen has really impressed me with his accuracy. Joe Barber may be starting to get his arm loose now. This is Saginaw's first game. Grand Valley's warmed up, but Joe Barber's uncorked a couple, and there's a catch.
Yeah, I
mean, finally not an announcer's curse. I was expecting him to almost get out there after I called his number.
He's definitely got his strengths and weaknesses as a player, but when he's able to step into his throw, it's a terrifying throw.
Yeah, he gets a full head of steam, and he's got a blocker, and he can just uncork.
And he's got great hands as well. If he can get set for a catch, Grand Valley's got to try and pick him off in transition as he gets another kill on Alec Gonzalez.
And he is pumped up. You can hear him. He's trying to get some energy into his teammates. That's a big kill. Alec Gonzalez doesn't necessarily jump off the page, but he's been playing dodgeball for a long time now, one of those senior leaders for Grand Valley. Very quiet, very underrated player. He's just always in control, manning that right sideline for them, and good catcher, good counter thrower. Michaela takes out freshman Eli Walcott. First time we've called his number today. Joe Barber draws the throw from Tyler Peach, and they're jawing a little bit. You love the gamesmanship. And Owen Israels gets crossed. So I'll tell you the adjustment I've seen right now from Saginaw Valley. They're playing the front line a lot more, forcing Grand Valley to play off their back line. They are trying to play, it looks like wall ball. Good stop by Ryan Paddock, right on cue as I say wall ball. What I mean by wall ball is they're going to use the wall to their advantage. Quick timeout, looks like by Grand Valley. Even if Saginaw's not going to try to get a kill, they will throw the ball in between the players, make sure it's a legal throw.
Yep.
Try to get that bounce back, have it come back through between players, especially as you start to whittle the other team down. If they have fewer players left, there's bigger gaps. You can find the ball making its way off the wall back to your side. Saginaw seems content to do that. I've seen a couple throws from Michaela and Barber where they're just kind of, they're like, hey, if I hit somebody, cool. If not, it's sailing right past their head, hitting the wall and bouncing back.
Yeah, Grand Valley in a bit of a tough spot in terms of how many people they have left. They probably expected or hoped to at least like roll through this Saginaw team, but Saginaw putting up a fight. If they can get it to 1-1, we got 12 minutes left in the half.
Yes.
If they can get it to 1-1 with, let's say, 7 or 8 minutes to go.
Saginaw's got nobody in the
anyone's
outline right now, either worth noting. So they're full strength against 7 Lakers on the other side here.
And you've still got Ben Smart, you have Tyler Peach, you got Matt Badai.
Yeah, I'd say they've got half their OT6 in right now. If you're Grand Valley, you're by no means
if
out
not
of this.
more.
There's talent in the front of the queue here.
I would argue that the only OT6 player that's not in is Owen Israels. So
Yep.
potentially, maybe Smith as well, like you had mentioned. Ben Smart with a quick throw. And
And the ball's over.
he made the argument.
He got the call. Joe Barber pleading his case, saying it's 3 feet right now. But I think Ben Smart had a beef there. I think he was right that wasn't a throw. From up here, it looked a little farther away. All right, so this is a big spot for Grand Valley to see if they can get back into this point. They don't need to win it off this run-up by any means, but if they can maybe get a couple of outs here, try to even the numbers up a little bit. They have ball control now, obviously, from the ball's over. Their goal should be to maintain it. Big team throw. Nobody home, though. All right. Ben Smart with a long cross throw, and then they're going to retreat all the way back. So we'll see if Grand Valley can keep ball control. That may be the key to them getting back into this one. As long as they have ball control, Saginaw can't really play as much wall ball. So we'll see.
The thing with Saginaw, they've obviously Joe Barber's a great arm, and you know. Cole Michaela, Rucker, they have a few arms, but they don't have top to bottom in this lineup the type of arm talent to be able to just mow down another team. They've kind of, I don't want to say finesse throughout the entire point to get the point, but they need to play a little bit slower pace and smarter. And they're doing just that right now. But Grand Valley's got to understand that, and Grand Valley needs to be able to force Saginaw to be more one-dimensional.
Grand Valley doing a better job stopping wall ball, and then Tyler Peach draws 2 throws. No one seems to really want this middle ball that much.
I mean, good for Grand Valley to get those 2 balls, but also
wow.
cross. And a kill.
And Cup gets taken out too, so that's 2 big gets for Grand Valley. And they've kind of swung the pendulum back in their favor. A little bit of momentum going their way.
I think Peach needs to be a bit more careful when he comes up. I mean, him and Ben Smart, they're both being aggressive on the corners, but...
That's not going to fly against Michigan State.
Exactly. I mean, Saginaw still does have the man advantage at this point, but it just feels like it's slipping away. There's another kill.
Sorry, missed that one on the stream, but Ben Smart finally dropped. He was throwing everything he had with that hard overhand throw, and he finally dropped to a sidearm angle to get Rucker. He was about 0 for 5 on Rucker there.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of reset throws this point. Just both teams are... Oh, what a catch.
What a catch. Here's your X Factor, Aiden Jacobs. That'll bring in Darnell. Ooh.
See, and that's just horrible that no one pushed up with Pope. He went up there by himself, whether that's his choice or his teammates not moving up, but
a little bit of inexperience there. He was up in no man's land for sure.
Yeah. Ooh, Peach had a point-blank shot and missed it.
Of note, Hurst Rimson came in on that catch, so he's one of the more athletic players for this Grand Valley squad. Nice block by Gutierrez. Matt Budai with a catch. You're seeing some of the bang-bang stuff here where they're just kind of going back and forth on these counter throws. Nobody home on those exchanges right there.
Don't look now, but it's 7-on-7 now. Grand Valley's evened it up, and they've got the
Pace is really slowed down here. About 8.5 minutes to go. First half. Second game of the day for Grand Valley. Saginaw's their first time stepping on the court. It could be a little cold. They're starting to get warmed up. Matt Budai draws a throw. It was Aiden Jacobs who returned fire at the top half of your screen, and now Saginaw will move left to right.
If you're a Michigan State fan right now, you can't be upset about Grand Valley having to waste all their arms right now trying to handle Saginaw Valley State. Long throw.
Saginaw getting the benefit of some of these bounce backs, though. The blocks are coming back in Saginaw's favor.
I'm loving how much communication both of these teams have. You can just tell that we're finally like a couple years removed from that COVID season that was completely cut short. There's a lot more knowledge and a lot more communication out there on the court.
Grand Valley, Peach and Hurst Rimson got to communicate a little bit better. They both just kind of made little get-me-over reset throws, and they really only needed one there.
Under 7.5 to go in the half right now.
This is a throwback battle of the valleys right here.
Yeah.
When points were a little harder to come by.
And Barber's getting protected pretty well by his teammates. The thing is, Grand Valley, when their top guys have balls in their hands, it's so tough to beat them, especially on that back line when they're set up. And Barber was not happy there. I think he was looking for the catch, and it got blocked by his teammate, which that's his job. But still, nice kill there.
Yeah, Tyler Peach caught Anthony Roll sleeping there in the middle. I think Jacobs had the right idea there. The timing on the cross, just a really bad spot.
Barber's having a great point, though.
Yeah, Barber's had multiple catches and some throw-in kills. So they're going to have Michaela take this one, set and get back. Ben Smart immediately returns fire. He's not going to let Saginaw retreat.
Yeah, and GV down to 6 players now. You're looking at one more, and you're on the 10 count. Saginaw Valley with 7 still.
Ben Smart with a real long throw there. He loves doing that. He's a gambler. They're going to call that a catch.
By Peach. Wow.
I think Michaela thought maybe it bounced right in front, but not going to get the call there. So now we got 6 on 7 now.
GV, they're not rushing. They're not forcing anything right now. It looks like they're completely content just playing this strategy, which is what they're going to have to do against Michigan State as well.
I think
Don't
Grand
leave
Valley
themselves open.
Sorry, it was the strategy changed a little bit there. Grand Valley was going to try to force him into a throw. Looked like, oh, nice throw by Hurst Rimson there. Takes out Goodwin. And next throw will put Saginaw Valley on the 10 clock here. So 5 minutes to go for Saginaw Valley. You're just, I think, maybe going to try, unless you maybe get a couple catches or something, I think you're going to have to just try to get this one to half down 1. If you're Grand Valley, you're seeing an opening here.
Oh,
Ben Smart.
I think that
He's taking us out there.
That was close to not being
Ben Smart, one of the more accurate throwers in the league. He's got a couple different arm angles he can come at you from.
Saginaw on the 10 count now. And
looks like Budai and Smith connect there. Budai's ball hitting the mark.
3 left now for Saginaw.
Saginaw, yep.
Just not as much depth as you would hope for the Saginaw team, but again, it's better than what they had last year. Barber goes down.
Yep, I think that if he didn't get hit with the second ball, that late one from Ben Smart got his hand there as he shifted sideways.
With the rule where under 4, it gets rolled over to the second half. Saginaw just needed to hang on.
Mason Smith with the catch. And that'll do it for that point. That just ended emphatically. Grand Valley just seizing the momentum. And it looks like the official scores table has 3:55 on that. So they are going to roll that over. So that's going to be a long second half.
That was huge, though, because with Saginaw Valley, they're going to go down 2 points going into halftime. If that happened before the 4-minute mark hit, then you would have to play out the 4 minutes as part of this half, and no one would score a point. So if Saginaw has any chance at coming back, they're going to want to have as much time as possible in one consecutive half.
That's a good point. That's a good point on that strategy. So we're going to get the clock reset here. Just under 4 minutes is going to roll over. So that means the second half action is going to be just under 29 minutes. The Lakers just taking control there with an emphatic end to that point. Saginaw had the early advantage, 12 players to 7 there. Grand Valley got a balls over, which benefited them greatly. And that really a momentum killer for Saginaw Valley. Coming out of that, Kevin, tell me what you saw there. I think there were some adjustments there that really helped Grand Valley get back into it.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing from Grand Valley that I do like, despite this only being a 2-point game, if you're a Grand Valley fan, you have to like the fact that they're so comfortable playing that, I don't want to say slow pace, but just conservative and not leaving themselves out in bad positions that often. It happened a few times, but overall, Grand Valley's done a good job of, hey, this is our strategy, and you're not going to be able to beat us. It's just a matter of time before we pick your guys off. So they'll play from their back line, and they'll do that slow, methodical pace. But if that's what they need to do against better teams, then it's good that they're at least practicing it right now.
Yeah, if you're Saginaw Valley, that unfortunately that ball's over for them. It just was a momentum destroyer. They were able to play wall ball leading into that, but then when you don't have ball advantage, you can try to throw at the wall and see if you can whittle it back, and they just never really got that chance. Grand Valley also started making some catches too. That was something we didn't see, as much early. Just like I said, emphatic end to that. Once Grand Valley evened it up and then just swung momentum, it was like pow, 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 done.
And the thing is, they're going to need to do that throughout the rest of the season. And it looked like Aiden Jacobs taking his shoe off now. He either twisted an ankle or something. He was limping off. So, like I said, that was my X factor. That might hurt them moving forward.
Yeah, we don't want to speculate too much. Hopefully, maybe it's just a cramp. He can stretch it out. Yeah. Good thing is Grand Valley is up 2-0. Maybe they can, let him sit, figure it out.
Exactly. I do like some of what I've seen from Saginaw Valley. What I would say is they're not a deep team, and they know it, and they sort of play. Their strategy is sort of based around that. They understand who they are, and that's a good first step for them. But they need to improve their depth as a team. They're clearly not one of the top 2 teams in the Michigan region right now.
Yep.
And it's been that way for years. It's been Michigan State and Grand Valley for probably 4 years now. I guess, at least 4 years now.
Yeah, after Central kind of had their run end,
Yep.
The string of 4 straight national title appearances, they're kind of in rebuilding mode. And
yeah, but I do, once again, 3:45 p.m., that's when the Michigan State Grand Valley game is slated to start. Yeah, that's the biggest matchup of the day, and I do think Grand Valley has what it takes. I mean, you saw them a couple weeks ago at the Grand Valley Gauntlet, and they lost 4-0. They kept some of the points close. Michigan State's the clear top team in the league right now.
Yeah.
With that said, I do think Grand Valley can at least hang with them and keep it closer than a 4-0 score. I'm not saying they can win that game. They haven't scored a point on Michigan State all year.
Yep.
But I think that at least could change today.
I think they got to get that monkey off their back, because right now it's we're already kind of looking ahead to that marquee matchup. But Michigan State's got everything going for them. They got the mental advantage right now, knowing we haven't even given up a point to our rivals. Grand Valley's got to get that bugaboo and get that monkey off their back, get that first point, just to say, hey, we can beat these guys. They are vulnerable. Michigan State's looking invincible early, so we'll see what happens. Again, here we are, second slate of matches. If you're just joining us, we'll see if we can get an update from court number 2.
Yep.
So far, we've had 2 matches so far today. Michigan State defeated Central Michigan on this very court, 9-0. Central Michigan, welcome back, MDC. We're just so happy that they're here. Definitely showed some flashes of life there, some talent. I'm looking forward to their growth over the next couple years. Grand Valley with a victory over Western Michigan over on court number 2, 5-1. Western Michigan, I can't wait to see them. I haven't got to see them really in person yet this year. They're, we're going to hopefully get an interview with one of their players. I think coming out of the pandemic, they had just started as a program.
Yep.
That kind of drew a line, stopped their growth. They were saying, let's just see if we can even continue as a team, as a program. They did that last year. They even got to host nationals, which was great. Credit Dr. Peter Bro for that. Now I think this year they say, no, we're not just trying to exist as a program. We're trying to grow. We're trying to win games. We're trying to take points off of good teams. So I'm excited to see the growth of that program.
Yeah, and we'll see them next actually on this featured court. They're going to be facing off against Saginaw Valley. So I'm intrigued to see how that Western team looks because they do have some experience now, whereas in the past they didn't.
Worth noting for Saginaw real quick, that was their first point, their first match of the day. They were the refs for the last series, so hopefully they're warmed up now. We'll see if that brings a little more competitive balance in. Like I said, it took Joe Barber about 5 minutes. All of a sudden, I started to see a little juice on his throws. So
Yep.
We'll see. Both teams going to make some adjustments. We're going to take you back down on the court right now. You'll notice the time, 28:55 left, as we pointed out earlier. If there's under 4 minutes to go in a half and a point is finished, that will roll over into the second half now. So we do have a longer second half. This benefits Saginaw Valley in a comeback bid. They need that extra time potentially. Each point took an average of 10 minutes there. So if Saginaw wants to come back and you have that same average, you're looking at that. So early out by Grand Valley on Saginaw there takes out roll number 7. That was Owen Israel's getting credit for the early one. And number 7 for each team gets taken out early. Walcott for Grand Valley, roll for Saginaw Valley.
I'm interested to see how this first point of the second half goes, because if Grand Valley can take this point, then they can sort of rest their top arms. And
I would agree with that, yep.
Yeah.
And they probably will.
Yeah, and they're going to need that because, again, like we had talked about, for when it comes to later in the day against Michigan State is so deep as a team. Grand Valley doesn't have that luxury. They're not quite as deep of a roster. So if they can save the top arms as much as they can throughout the day before that game, that's going to help.
A lot of throwing here, not a lot of outs just yet. All right, pace is slowed down a little bit. Ben Smart's going to make a low throw just to the side of Rucker, who is protecting Michaela there.
Saginaw with only 3 balls on their side right now.
Yep, the count just started. They should be about even. Grand Valley set all the way back. See, they want to go to their transition, and there. Oh,
wow.
Gutierrez just misses. He had Rucker just at point-blank range and missed wide.
And Ryan Paddock dropped the catch as well on the other side.
So Grand Valley could have seized momentum. Nothing doing yet. Woo! First Rimson with a nice big shoulder shot there. Chest shot on Preston Cartwright.
And it does look like Aiden Jacobs is still out there despite maybe a rolled ankle or whatever it was.
I saw him run a sprint or two from the baseline to the center court as they were warming up during halftime. So maybe he seems to have figured it out. He doesn't have a ball in his hand, so maybe the adjustment is kind of have him sit back a little bit.
Good start to the point for Grand Valley just in terms of ball control, pace of the game right now. Barber has to throw off his back foot, which he doesn't like to do, obviously. If he can step into it, he's a dangerous player, though.
I'm seeing a little more transition out of Grand Valley there. Hurst Rimson all alone, but Peach, Johnny on the spot there to protect him.
The thing I want to see from Grand Valley that we might not see this game is what happens when those top 3 or 4 guys are all in the outline. And we haven't seen it yet. We saw Ben Smart go down, but then he got caught right back in by Tyler Peach.
Who steps up? Who makes a play?
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen it yet, so we've seen a very comfortable Grand Valley throughout this game, even when they went down in players because they had so many top guys in. But if Saginaw, I think Saginaw needs to key in on those top couple guys for Grand Valley and go from there.
Krupp and Rucker are going to lead. Ben Smart returns fire. Nobody home. Another good block by Rucker there.
Hurst Rimpson, I remember him from last year. He wasn't getting much action last year, but now as a sophomore, he's obviously stepped up and been able to be a bigger part of their offense, and it's showing in this game.
Yeah, he's got a live arm, and there's the announcer curse right there. So we'll tally that. We've each got one of those today.
And he did that to himself. I mean, going up by yourself is never a good sign. You've got to have teammates up there with you to block, to help push the other team back.
Aaron Pope and Cole Michela each exchange fire at each other. Nobody home.
Cole Michela has actually been a little bit quiet this game. I'm not exactly sure why. If he's just was an early out a couple points or something like that.
He is one of their more accurate throwers, so they're asking him to do a lot. Not only go up and try to get outs for his team, but they're having him go up with two balls a lot and make a lot of reset throws, and he's also having a lot of blocks. So, I mean, he's a big part of what's going on. He's just not getting much of the attention and jumping off the stat sheet right now.
Okay, so the score from the other game is actually final 5-0. Michigan State defeats Western Michigan. They forfeited. I'm not sure why they forfeited. They only have 14 people, but yeah, so that's the final score, 5-0.
So yeah, if you're Western Michigan, I think they probably said, okay, we're down. We're not going to come back against this team. That's a nice catch by Rucker on Matt Budai. So
I'm not sure if they're calling him out there. Okay, no, they're calling him safe.
They called him safe on the first kill. Then maybe, I'm not sure if there was a second one there, but suddenly, don't look now.
Yeah, what just happened?
Saginaw Valley has 10 or 11 to Grand Valley's 5. Now you do still have.
Wow.
That's a good 5 on the court right now for Grand Valley.
Yeah, once again, you've still got Ben Smart and Peach in, but wow, Saginaw Valley is impressive this point.
Yeah, the catch on that takes Grand. If you can catch Grand Valley when they're playing transition, that takes that strategy away from them.
And Stevens there for Saginaw looking for a catch.
Yep.
Even on Aiden Jacobs or Tyler Peach. I mean,
so
they know their strengths.
Saginaw with 11 players to Grand Valley's 5. Grand Valley is on the 10 clock now. So this is a best case scenario. We'll apologize. Something happened with the clock. It popped 4 minutes off of it for some reason there. There are 22 minutes and 30 seconds left. Aiden Jacobs with a big out on Rucker there. And he was the one who was the catalyst for this Saginaw Valley point with the catch there. We're going to get the clock figured out in just a second here. Apologize for that. Not sure what happened. We didn't really touch anything. Just over 22 minutes to go in the second half. Saginaw Valley trying to get back in this game. They've got Grand Valley on the 10 clock. Grand Valley's been stuck with 5 players.
Ben Smart with a long throw there, but it's fine.
I think Grand Valley was the beneficiary of a missed balls over there. Maybe that throw from up here didn't look as close, but Saginaw wasted a couple throws. Joe Barber threw a long cross. So Grand Valley's got ball advantage. They can protect themselves and maybe try to just whittle this thing away. A catch would go a long way for Grand Valley. It would get them off the 10 clock. That's a good bounce for Saginaw Valley there. Get that ball back. Mason Smith with a low throw.
You hear Barber saying, push them back. So it looks like Saginaw wants to play up from that front line now.
Imploring his team to use their numbers. They didn't have a decided ball control there, but
Peach misses there. I mean, one thing that Grand Valley can do to try and even this up is to get big-time ball advantage, but it's just going to be tough to do with them still on the 10 count.
Yeah. Oh, they got deep into the shot clock there, and it drew 2 solo throws. They were both desperate to make sure they didn't have a balls over, so Grand Valley, 5 players left hanging in there. Saginaw's had trouble getting an out since they got Grand Valley down to 5, so you got to give the Lakers credit there.
And 1 ball on their side, and there's a kill.
Just right on cue. I said they were having trouble getting one, and there it is.
Bryce Stevens having a solid point. Barber with the throw.
Oh, good stop by Ben Smart, and then he gets it out. So that's what they're going to need to get back into it here.
4 left for Grand Valley.
Grand Valley would throw their way back into it. I think they prefer to catch their way back into it. Yeah. Oh, and Ben Smart with another out there gets Anthony Roll. Joe Barber. It almost stuck between his feet. As soon as he turned to reach for it, it fell out. And he's smiling, he's laughing. He knows he almost got one there. That ball almost caught him.
That was a big moment, though. Nice kill by Michelle. Oh, and there's a good block by Krupp.
Oh, and Saginaw Valley going to call a timeout. Oh, no, they're not. I was hearing timeout. There is one, okay. Clock.
Colin Freeman in the building. Grand Valley alum.
I don't know how to do it.
No, 41. 19:41 left. Yeah, so I mean, that's not good for Saginaw that Joe Barber did get out there, but I mean, it is what it is.
Their depth is going to be tested right now.
19:41 left in the half.
So you still do have Michela out there. He's a court general for them. You've still got Bryce Stevens. He's a very experienced player out there for them. That's a couple of their captains right now. They're 2 head captains, actually.
One of your X factors, Mason Smith, the freshman, number 21, out there for Grand Valley. I think we could see a breakout performance of sorts from him.
I'm not going to put this kind of pressure on him just yet, but he's got a little Ben Smart in him. And what I mean is look at their stature. They're not the most intimidating players on the court by size, but clock. What I meant by that is they're kind of the small stature. You might not, think like they're the most intimidating players, but that small stature allows them to get nice and low. Good catchers. He's got a pretty firm throw too. So
yeah.
All right.
Pushing up, Michela pushing up. Saginaw Valley's got to still be able to keep that coordination that they had earlier in the point. Don't leave anyone open. Krupp almost got killed there on a Ben Smart throw.
Yep. So Grand Valley down to 3 players. Saginaw at 7. Grand Valley, a catch is enormous here.
And Peach looking right for a catch there, but he doesn't get it. Bryce Stevens with a well-placed ball.
Ben Smart thought he had a toe tapper. He did. They called Krupp out on that one. Ben Smart pleaded his case and got the call there. So
Mason Smith needs to be more comfortable with spacing over there. They can't be stuck next to each other, especially down to 3 players.
No shot clock for Grand Valley as they only have 2 balls. Now it'll start. They have 3. So you've got 2 All-Americans in Ben Smart and Tyler Peach, and freshmen, like you said, maybe looking for a breakout performance here, Mason Smith.
Oh. And here we go.
Cole Michela executing wall ball, but
okay,
that really just allows them to reset the clock because Grand Valley only 2 balls.
Okay, and they traded throws there. It hit the ball, so no one is out. I think a team throw coming up here into the corner, potentially.
You got to give Saginaw Valley being very, very patient here. Not going to be a shot clock for Grand Valley. That kind of benefits them. They can take their time a little bit. They don't have to rush a throw.
Yeah. The other thing is you've got 17 minutes left, almost 18 minutes left still. There's no need to rush if you're Saginaw.
Oh, Mason Smith just missed the catch there. I believe Michela's going to get credit for that one if we're keeping a box score here today. But Ben Smart, Tyler Peach hanging in here.
Oh, a long throw. Ooh.
Ooh, just wide of Tyler. He knew better than to reach there.
Ben Smart, another long throw, just misses.
He's one of the more accurate players in the league at being able to make, a 50-foot reset throw and not throw a catch.
Oh, and he pushes up there, but he's smart not to throw that.
He has the ability to push an entire team back by himself. Tyler Peachel just throw one to reset the clock.
They're trying to slowly get that ball advantage back, but it's not going to be easy. Oh, and that was a risk making that throw. The thing is, Saginaw right now, you've got to keep in mind, they have 6 people left. One more and they're on the 10 count, and then all of a sudden that throw count advantage is gone.
So from up here, it's hard to tell how wide off the court that throw by Ben Smart was. Maybe it would have been a good throw. It's hard to tell. Now he puts one in front of Bryce Stevens. That one was definitely close enough. Cole Michaela, giving it all he's got there, throws one just wide of Tyler Peach.
It's crazy how comfortable Peach looks even in these situations, like last man standing. He was able to get his team to climb back from an 11-on-1 disadvantage against Cincinnati a couple weeks back at the Beast tournament. But right now, 2 smart throws there by Saginaw. They get them both back, and Grand Valley's still with 2 balls.
Yeah, Grand Valley's content with that because now they don't have to rush a throw. They can just stay on their back line. They will not have a count. I'm not sure. Joe Barber was imploring his team to get up. He knows Grand Valley doesn't have a shot clock, so that was
good throw by Michaela.
Yep. Well, Grand Valley will have a clock now. They do have 3.
Grand Valley they're sort of forcing Saginaw to actually get an out here instead of making Grand Valley run into one in the neutral zone.
Yep, good block by Tyler Peach. There's a timeout. So we're going to put 15:27 on the clock. Not sure who called the timeout there. I think it might have been Grand Valley. So if you're Grand Valley, 15 minutes to go here. Obviously, 2 players aren't going to sit here and try to close out 15 minutes, right?
No.
But what they know is every time Saginaw makes that throw and uses wall ball and gets it back, that's that's like one less throw that Grand Valley has to make, and 10 more seconds gone, and 10 more seconds gone. It's allowing those 2 to rest a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is not where you want to be if you're Grand Valley. Obviously, I mean, it's your 2 top players in, but at the same time, you're losing your arm stamina for the rest of the day by them having to do all of this work right now. I still, looking at the people left, if Cole Michaela can stay in the game and be the guy that's making a lot of the throws, I like their chances. But if a player like him or Bryce Stevens go down, Saginaw's not winning this point.
Yeah, and those 2 are going to lead the charge here. Oh, Tyler Peach almost caught Bryce Stevens.
They're going
to go after the guy without the ball. Okay.
Wow.
So Grand Valley will end up having to take a shot here. Yep, because that ball's on their side, and it's going to be Ben Smart.
Oh, man, you got to connect on one of these team throws, though. You can't keep giving Grand Valley chances. That's the biggest thing.
Ben Smart just so accurate there. Now they've kind of got a couple balls in no man's land here.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot. Ooh, timeout called. Stop.
It's a good timeout.
Yeah, that was smart by Grand Valley. They have 3 balls on their side.
14:40.
14:40 to go. Again, still plenty of time. This is a long point, but Saginaw, if they can win this within the next 4 minutes, they still have 10 minutes to score a point.
Yep, we'll see what they draw up here. Who took that timeout?
I believe it was Grand Valley. And they're out of timeouts now. Saginaw Valley still with 1 left.
Yep, so still you got Ben Smart, Tyler Peach on the court. Walcott, number 7, the freshman, will be first in the queue if we do see a catch. I think that would just go a long way towards giving them some fresh legs.
Yeah, Saginaw's got to take advantage at some point.
They're still 2 away from going on the 10 clock too, so there's really no reason to rush.
GV has to step up and throw here, though. Can they get him in transition?
And Smart will make the throw and reset. So, nope. I think Saginaw would rather set up a well-timed team throw, and there they go. Did not get that.
And that pumps up Grand Valley. Saginaw's on the 10 count now. That's the biggest thing there.
I hope the fans watching heard that one on the stream.
Another kill.
And that'll put Saginaw down on the 10 clock.
They were before.
Yeah, correct. You're right. And Ben Smart with a catch. He's like, are you serious making that throw at me?
Cole Michela is going to need to step up.
That brings in Walcott, the freshman.
33, DJ Goodwin in, and then 27, Daniel Krug. 3 left for both teams now.
Yep, so we'll see what Michela dials up here.
Oh, Ben Smart throws high there.
He's holding his hand. No count for Grand Valley right now. Only 2 balls on their side.
DJ Goodwin here, number 33. He's got to hold down.
Oh, and Michela takes out Ben Smart. Now he's talking a little bit.
Hey, a freshman, a rookie, or a freshman All-American last season. Oh, long throw.
All right, here comes Cole Michela. He's probably going to look to take out the freshman first. That would seem like maybe the easier of the two. No offense to Walcott, just saying.
Yeah,
you want to whittle down those numbers.
Walcott didn't look very comfortable, like going for a catch there. He looks like he's just trying to dodge. And Cole Michela, right now with Goodwin just holding down Tyler Peach in that corner.
Timeout.
No, they don't have another timeout unless Saginaw.
We might have miscounted on those timeouts there.
I think that the second one must have been Saginaw.
So we're about just under 12:30 to go, second half here. Saginaw Valley desperately trying to get this point. Grand Valley they got right back into it, but the momentum swung back and forth here.
Voices need to be the same. Voices. I'll just be like up here once we start. I want to know if Grand Valley used a third timeout there or if the second one was Saginaw.
As far as we know, from up here, it's hard for us to tell who was calling the timeout because we're watching for the refs to call it to stop the clock. Neither team should have any timeouts left here.
Yeah.
You got Tyler Peach and Eli Walcott left, and you've got Cole Michela leading the charge for Saginaw Valley. He got the most important out of the point, taking out Ben Smart, who was catching fire there.
That was huge.
So he took a few throws near Walcott there, couldn't connect. We'll see what they dial up here. I got to believe they're going to go at Walcott first. They're going to try to take advantage of his inexperience. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a ball in his hand
All
now.
three of them. That's Folsom that came in. They subbed out. That's what the timeout.
Oh, wow. I wonder why Folsom
nice
wasn't
cross
in.
by Peach. Yeah, they put him in. Michela with a low throw. Walcott's going to...
Oh, that sidearm throw. It's just going to float every once in a while. You got to be careful about that.
Yup, he had that happen to him a couple times a few weeks ago. You hope he learns from it.
It's just such a task to get Tyler Peach out in these situations. He's so tough.
Yup, they are wearing him down.
Yeah, and I do love Saginaw's strategy with Goodwin just holding down Peach as much as he can, and there he gets both those balls. That was big.
Grand Valley not going to have it. If Goodwin should leave that ball.
Yeah. Oh,
Peach has got to be careful. No, he doesn't have a ball.
Team throw coming. Save. Good idea by Cole Michela.
Oh, they called him out. Oh, wow. They called Tyler Peach out there. That is enormous. Good block by Walcott.
If I'm Saginaw, Cole Michela has to be part of every single throw. Whether it's just him or a team throw, he needs to be a part of every single one. Kill.
Wow. just an emphatic comeback. Joe Barber waving. I'm not sure, from up here with that angle, hard to tell if that hit Tyler Peach. They called him out. He was not happy.
Just make sure the ref knows no one can use a timeout.
So neither team has a timeout left. We got ourselves a 1-point game here, so
exactly 11 minutes to go.
The Battle of the Valleys always has the ability to give us an instant classic, and that's what we're seeing right here.
Hey, what you got for time? 11 minutes? I got 11.
Same.
Got ourselves a heck of a matchup here right now. Grand Valley hanging on to a 2-1 lead. That lead's just been cut in half by Saginaw Valley.
There's been
4 timeouts.
There's been 4 timeouts. I don't know if Saginaw's used 2 or if it was an error.
They've
used 2.
Yeah.
So there's
been 4 timeouts at that point.
So there's 11 minutes left. That point took about 17 minutes for Saginaw to get, but they got there. Momentum is on their side now. We saw the pendulum of momentum swing about 3 times in that matchup. Obviously, Saginaw got the last laugh there. Michaela getting the final out on a team throw there on freshman Walcott. We'll see.
Joe Barber had plenty of time to rest his arm there, and I think that he's probably going to be the one that's making a lot of throws at this point.
Yeah, Michaela made a lot there. Hopefully, you'll see if they lean on him early. They may say, take a second to rest. These guys are young. These guys are athletes.
A couple
kills, and Michaela
goes
gets
down,
taken out.
and he's
First Remsen gets taken out.
He's either first or second in the outline. I don't know where. Verilyn, number 20, was also killed on the rush.
Ben Smart missed low near Rucker.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Aiden Jacobs, Owen Israels make a lot of throws here.
Yep. Owen is so accurate with his reset throws. I think they'll lean on him for volume throws. Ooh, they're going to say that's not a throw. Ben Smart by himself.
Wow, Saginaw's got to be able to get that ball. That's not good. And GV now pushing back. I think that they're going to try and force Saginaw to move in transition more, especially with Michaela out, their best transition guy.
Yep. Tyler Peach.
Good block.
Whoa. Krupp kind of got lucky there.
Wow, Grand Valley is just playing very aggressive in the neutral zone, but they care about that ball advantage, it's obvious.
Yep.
And again, they don't need to score a point. They can kill the next 10 minutes just by playing slow and conservative. And I think that might be what they're trying to do. I don't know. We'll see how aggressive they get here now up on the front line. That should be a kill, or was it a block?
Kind of looked like it went ball, knee, then out, but I trust Rucker. He takes his outs. Nice kill by Owen Israels. Just evades the block of Joe Barber. Grand Valley will retreat.
Israels had been a bit quiet earlier in this game. It's time for him to step up, obviously, especially with him being more fresh than Tyler Peach.
Nice throw by Ben Smart. You got the out on screen, missed the actual throw. Pope drew the transition, and Ben Smart finished off the job there.
And Saginaw needs to turn this around quickly and probably make a couple catches just based on who's left.
Ben Smart taking a different role, going to be a blocker. Rucker with the catch on Matt Budai. I'm not sure who that brought in for Saginaw. But that's big to kind of try to grab momentum back. Grand Valley only has one in the outline right now.
The fact that Michaela was the first one out, it looks like. Him coming back in right away is huge.
I don't think he was. I think he came in out of order. I think Varellin or Jackson, of those guys.
Jackson's not part of that.
Okay. So I think Varellin was out before him right on the run-up, and then Michaela. So we'll consult. If we could see replay, we'd know for sure. But That's all right. We trust that they're going in the right order. And who knows, they may not even know. They were both out on the run-up, and so they might have not even known who's the right order. Krupp with a throw, return fire.
That's a kill.
Owen Israels, we called his name a few times this point, so he's starting to get a little bit more involved.
Oh.
Tyler Peach throws into traffic, nobody home. Ben Smart was going after Rucker there, nobody home. Jacobs towards Michaela, nobody home. Good block by Peach. Peach returns fire.
7 minutes to go now.
Oh,
I think
Gutierrez.
Thought that was a kill.
They're calling him out. Yeah, I don't know what he was beefing there.
That should be ground. That should be safe. Saginaw's still in this. You got Cole Michaela, you have Rucker in, you have Bryce Stevens. A lot of the Goodwin, a lot of the same people that helped them climb back in that last point. There's a kill.
That's two right there. Cartwright gets taken out along with number 33, Goodwin. So we just called Goodwin's number, and he's out. Now Saginaw on the 10 clock. I think Grand Valley's looking. They smell a weakened opponent right now. They're looking to finish this one out and then get home with a victory.
Saginaw Valley, they're known to step up at MDC. It's happened in the past. It's happening again.
They're on their heels now. Owen Israels with just a laser past Michaela's head. Now they're going to look to... Oh, Rucker, well-timed. Bing, bang, boom, and he gets hit. That was intended for Michaela. No ill will there. But he ended up getting tagged with a quick
Gonzalez.
Oh, and then Gonzalez gets taken out by Michaela.
Poor Michaela once again.
And Pope and Jacobs, and that's 3 kills in about 4 seconds
and you can
by
see
Saginaw Valley.
Ben Smart saying, get on back to the back line now. Be smarter than that.
So we're looking at a point very similar to what we... Oh, my God. Ben Smart with an 80-foot throw.
I missed it.
Takes out Michaela on the back, who was looking to gather some balls there.
I missed it on camera.
Yep. Well,
Sorry
you
about
wouldn't have been
that.
able to... That'd have been tough to get on camera. He threw from just about the baseline. Michaela was 5 feet off his baseline, so...
Oh, another long throw, and it almost got another Saginaw player sleeping.
I tell you what, Grand Valley is being super opportunistic right now.
I mean, this game could have been going overtime if it weren't for a few plays. And a
Catch by Ben Smart.
And Stevens goes down. That was the guy I was counting on for Saginaw to make these last couple of kills. 2 left for Saginaw.
Roll is one of them.
Good throw there. Just a reset throw.
Number 27, that's Danielle Koob. We haven't. She's
Danielle
a catcher.
Koob.
She's a
Last
catcher.
throw.
That's not going to be a throw.
I think they're going to force her to throw.
Are they going to tell her to step out? They're telling her to step out.
No, I don't think so. With 4.5 to go, her only chance is a catch.
There it is. And Tyler Peach makes the catch instead on the other side. It looked like Barber was pointing towards the back line. It looked like maybe he was saying step out. Because, essentially, you're wondering why would you tell a teammate to just step out? The fact is the clock is a factor here. If they didn't think they would be... If they didn't think they would be able to come back in that point, now you've got to try to just play fast and get some points back. So we've got 4:33 left. The captains agree. Yep, nope, we're finishing it out here. So Grand Valley, that should do it.
Yeah, if I'm Grand Valley, I'm sitting out every single one of my top players right now. Just because they're up 2 points, this game is all but over. I mean, 4.5 to go. It'd take an absolute miracle for Saginaw to somehow score 2 points in that amount of time. Stick with us, though, folks. We got our next game up here is actually Saginaw Valley will stay here. They'll be playing against Western Michigan, so that'll be our first time getting to see Western here on the featured court. And we'll see how that goes.
We do have a substitution alert for Grand Valley here. We've got a couple new faces coming in. They have one lone member, a gentleman without a jersey on. That's Alex Wellscott. He's a freshman. Got to see him at practice. They're high on this kid. If he can, start to develop those dodgeball instincts, get a little more on-court game time, and number 38, Sophie Bartrop, the lone female on the roster today, as well as number 84, freshman Connor Pickard. So this is good for them, getting some experience on one of the brightest stages in the league, Michigan Dodgeball Cup. We're underway, 4.5 to go. First half, couple quick kills. So Grand Valley looks like they'll end up finishing this one off 3-1 here. Win number 2 on the day, they'll improve to 2-0. Michigan State also 2-0. So, Goodwin just takes one to the chin there. Apologize, we missed that. Well, for those of you just joining us, this is our second slate of games coming to you live from East Lansing, Michigan. The 2023 Michigan Dodgeball Cup had an emotional start to the day, but we are so happy to be here bringing you hard-hitting dodgeball action from the NCDA, one of the premier tournaments of the year. A couple solo throws from Michigan State.
Oh, that's a kill.
Yep, and Folsom knew it. He blocked it into himself, and that was freshman Mason Smith. He was my X factor. Haven't needed to call his name a ton today, but there was a good get for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think the player of the match still probably goes to Cole Michela just for the way that he played in that 1 point. But on Grand Valley's side, it was a somewhat balanced attack, but Ben Smart had obviously some big plays there.
Yeah, I'd say Ben Smart, Tyler Peach for his survivability there. Saginaw had a much more legitimate shot if that 1 point didn't take him almost 18 minutes. Pearson gets out there. First Rimson on the counter from Michela.
He's run himself into a few outs in this game. We'll see if that continues in future games or if he's just playing a little bit too aggressive.
He's an athlete. He plays fast. He's quick out there. He gets from the baseline to center court in about 2 seconds. So, oops, Sophie, I think she meant to pump fake there, Bartrop, and
There's a catch.
She made a throw that didn't count. Joe Barber will throw in front of a crowd.
I mean,
Grand Valley has ball advantage here. They'll be content to walk away with a 2-point victory.
Grand Valley is going to need to clean some stuff up before the next few matches.
Some of the mistakes they've made today, the way they let Saginaw back into it, just frankly isn't going to fly against Michigan State. They know it. The fans know it.
Yep.
Michela.
Good look there by Mason Smith.
Yeah, good counter. Joe Barber misses in a crowd and he's safe. That ball was tipped before the catch. Goodwin was on the court smiling. He'll run right back off. He thought there was a catch, but if a ball is blocked first, if it hits player A's ball and then player B catches it, it is nothing. It is not a catch. It's just a dead ball. Right. Some folks play where the ball is totally live. In this case, it's not. The only person who can really get out is the person the throw was at, essentially. Saginaw Valley going to fight here to the end. They've got Grand Valley down to only 6 players. They have one of the tougher outs in the league. Matt Budai, nice counter at Cole Michela. He's one of the tougher folks to get out in the league. Number 2 freshman last year, based on All-American voting, narrowly losing to Alec Dean. And Ryan Paddock also on that list. He'll grab some pine now, missed a catch.
5 left for GVSU. It looks like Saginaw could actually make this a closer game.
Matt Budai with a big, long wind-up, firm throw right at Roll's blocker. Sophie Bartrop throws one, makes it over the line, but Goodwin right there to catch it. Aiden Jacobs with a big throw. Preston Cartwright going to block that. Joe Barber with a throw. Mason Smith he countered and then got immediately countered. So under 30 seconds to go here. Grand Valley only needs to make about 3 more throws. Now 2 if they bleed out the shot clock. 1 more throw from Grand Valley should just about do it here. We're under 10 seconds to go. It'll be Matt Budai.
Saginaw fighting for a point here.
Yeah, they're going to fight to the very end. You got to respect it. And that's it. Grand Valley going to come away with a 3-1 victory. Not as convincing as they would have liked. You got to credit Saginaw Valley. They played hard for a full 50 minutes there. And the teams, these rivals, giving us another great matchup. Battle of the Valleys here, and they'll line up. Owen Israel is going to lead the handshake line for Grand Valley here. You love to see it. You love to just see good competition. That was a well-played game. We promised the fans, hey, not every game. The first one was a little bit lopsided. This one totally was highly contested all the way to the end. So, Kevin, give me your impressions of both teams. I know you already talked about some of the Grand Valley mistakes. They got to clean that up as the schedule gets a little bit tougher for them as they approach Michigan State.
Yeah, I think Grand Valley's got a lot of things that they got to clean up, but I think it's interesting. Like, Ben Smart is a certain type of player. He's a player that's really good in transition, really good getting back to that back line and forcing the other team to throw to him and all that. They've got a bunch of players that are kind of emulating that same skill set that Ben Smart has. You've got Mason Smith, like you had mentioned. Obviously, Tyler Peach is similar in that sense as well. Matt Badai, same type of player. They've got all of those guys that are, tough outs that are, really good in transition, but they're also good at being able to play a conservative play style. I think when they face up against Michigan State, it's going to be an interesting clash of different styles. With Michigan State, aggressive, they got a lot of arms, the whole roster, and being able to play fast-paced and all that. Grand Valley can play fast-paced too, but it's just those handful of players that all are sort of like that same mold. It's going to be interesting to see how they're able to face off against a team like Michigan State with so many arms. So that's my thought. That's my thought on Grand Valley. From Saginaw Valley's side, they really impressed me. The fact that they're able to hang with a team like GB is showing that they're improving a lot, and they're just on an upward trajectory right now.
Yeah, I would say their depth got put to the test. You might say lack thereof. That's not to take anything away from the folks that don't fall in that like maybe top 5, top 6 category for them. But they're a different team when they have Barber and Michaela out there at the same time clicking. When Rucker's making catches.
Yeah.
And when those guys start to get whittled, unfortunately for them, it doesn't take too many players being in the outline for them to look like a different team.
Yeah, and we'll see them again here against Western Michigan coming up, and then actually Saginaw's going to stay on this court for the Michigan State game. We'll see how they face off against Michigan State as well. So many arms on that team. I think Saginaw's going to have to step up and do some better catching.
Yeah.
But I think that we're going to get Tyler Peach up here.
We are. We signaled for him to come up. He's taking his time getting up here, but there he is. So we're going to go ahead and come on in, buddy. Let's get close here so we can hear you. How you feeling after that? You guys are 2-0 on the day. How you feeling?
Feel good. Feel like we're playing real slow, myself included. Got to pick it up the next 2 games. Hopefully we're not tired after this next one. We come out strong. Got a break, so be good.
Yeah. What things would you say are kind of working for you guys right now? What things aren't?
I think pushing up together is not working. We need to be better at it. Guys are being left out to dry the whole time, and I think we're just playing too slow. We're a way faster team than most of these guys, and we just need to pick up the pace.
How are you feeling after that long duel you guys had? Momentum shifted about 3 different times. You and Ben Smart were on the court for a long time. You still fresh? You tired yet?
I never get tired.
Okay.
But that point should have never went that way. I'm upset about that one, but should have got that one back. Rough call, whatever. We move past it, get them on the next one.
Okay. Well, I believe you guys are up next reffing, correct? Are you reffing right now?
We play Central on that.
Okay, Central on court 2. Great. So, well, I'll let you get back to it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got another game to play. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, so stick with us. We've had 2 slates of games so far, 3 to go. Got 2 courts going. Up next here on our featured court number 1 here at IM West is going to be Western Michigan, the Fighting Dr. Peter Bros, against your favorites, Michigan State. So that'll be a good one here. We'll see the kind of improvements that Western Michigan has made as a program. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. No. We're going to have Saginaw Valley versus Western Michigan. I apologize for the mix-up there. Saginaw Valley is going to stay here on your featured court, take on Western Michigan. Each team coming off of a loss to two of the favorites, Grand Valley and Michigan State. We'll see how they respond to that.
I'm coming now. What? I'm going now.
Healthy food too. I'm trying to drop weight class on the rest of the now you gotta drive yourself. You got no buddy. Costco.